Welcome back to Panoma Perspectives. Today, I'm joined by an amazing guest, the author of The Inner CEO. It's Jeremy Blain. Hello, Jeremy.
Hello, Mindy. Thanks very much for having me. Great to be here.
Well, we were so excited because your brand new book adds so much value to people in business. And I would love for you to share something about yourself and the book.
Well, for myself, I've been in business for over 30 years now. I've been in traditional corporate retail. I've been in B2B. I've had my own businesses and in sales, marketing, operations, and then moved into human capital management and being a learning professional. So I think that blend of the human capital element, stroke learning with the business element has given me the opportunity to witness how the workplace, and particularly the modern workplace, has been evolving through things like digital transformation, workforce transformation, and understand really where the stress points are, what needs to happen at leadership level, what needs to happen at the rest of the organization, so that we all contribute to the whole. And that actually has driven me throughout my career to do quite a lot of research on these latest trends, whether it's around the future of work, digital, or how we're actually working as we know right now in this remote world. And that was the grounding for the book, because in every business that I was in, we always talked about the concept of leading at all level. We must step up and take ownership. We need to empower our people. So when I was looking out there, there's actually very little out there about the topic itself. There's definitely leadership and management books and textbooks and all of this. I mean, there's loads of those, but nothing that focuses on bringing in an age of empowerment to our organizations, whereby at organizational level, because that's a really important point, at executive leader level, the conditions are created whereby this can happen. And then we can create, as I call them, in-role CEOs, by fueling them with new knowledge, skills, and behaviors, which allow them to go beyond their job description, essentially. And that is at the heart of the book.
Wow. I'm sure everybody wants to grab a copy, and we still have another really important question. So guys, stick around and listen to what Jeremy has to say about this. Panoma Press, our strapline, our tagline is books that change lives, as you know. So I think you've already answered it, but how do you think The Inner CEO, the book, changes people's lives?
Well, it does go beyond what I've said, actually, because in everything that I've done, and particularly being a consultant and trainer, one of the most important things that you must deliver to any customer or reader within this environment is to have some practical steps, go beyond theory or academic writing into actually how do you get to action, what are the benefits, and what do you do first. So that's how I started this book. So within the book, it is full of examples of and advice of organizations getting it right and wrong, I have to say, new models and tools that I've developed that secure this at organizational level. So to help those executive leaders who are leading this drive within the organization to consider things like culture, readiness within their workforce to identify these potential in-role CEOs. But also then go beyond that to provide the tools for those who are ready to step up themselves, those people who can step into an in-role CEO role. I have a 90-day roadmap for them to get them started, supporting personal development recommendations, assessments. And I've also put in something very practical in the book. I've gone and interviewed experts and professionals around the world who are doing this already, to get their point of view and extract the insight of what is the real magic behind unleashing the inner CEO of our people and truly ushering in an age of empowerment. And they have proved really important, because there are some practical steps for CEOs that might be reading it, for line managers that might be reading it, but also for those who are ready to step up and go beyond. So it's very practical. It's supported by a bunch of services that I offer myself within my business around training, executive coaching, assessment. So everything is there to make it ready to go for any organization or individual ready to take a step forward.
Yeah, well, Would you like to share just one practical step that would give people an idea of what's in the book?
You know, I'd love to give you a really highfalutin strategic quote here for that, but ultimately it boils down to the simple things. And the first simple thing is start talking about it in your organization. And that goes for all levels. So at executive leader level, the discussion needs to be about how do we bring in an age of empowerment for organizations? How do we unleash the inner CEO within the amazing people that we have? At line manager level, the conversation is how do we repurpose ourselves away potentially from problem solvers, supervisors, performance managers into what we really should be doing more of, which is coaching and support. And at individual level, how do I step out of my role and discuss this with my line manager to do more, not just in terms of my operational job description, but also contribute to the business health at a more strategic level and take on special projects with others as a more collective approach to leadership.
Welcome to the age of empowerment. Thank you.
Indeed.
Thanks so much, Jeremy, for spending time with us. I know people will want to connect with you. Definitely they'll connect with your book. Thank you very much for being on the show.
A pleasure, Mindy. Thanks for having me.